well. It is the morning after Super Bowl Sunday. What's wrong? I've tried to film an intro 4 times. What? You're stuck in your own blanket. Okay. 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 Here we go. Oh, careful. Careful. Oh. Oh, we got laundry everywhere as usual. Anywho, we stayed up a little too late last night, and so we're kind of trying to get in the groove here. I already worked out and showered. I do have a meeting at work at 9 a.m. It's like 8:30 right now. The salon has switched ownership, so she has pulled in a new product line, a hair care line, and so it's just a product knowledge course. And so I'm going to drop the kids off at my sister's and go there and just...
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?
The class went well. I just finished paying the bills, and that was a lot of stuff to get through because it's been like 2 weeks since I balanced all of our finances, and so I had to make sure everything had cleared, checks, receipts, all that stuff. I'm a receipt hoarder. I like to make sure everything clears off of the debit card that I have a receipt for. So anywho, I'm gonna put these in the mailbox, and I'm gonna make lunch for the kiddos and maybe myself. I can't decide if I'm hungry yet, but we'll go from there.
But it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to?
The house is in utter chaos. We are having leftover pizza for lunch. Super Bowl pizza. Pineapple. Is pineapple your favorite?
Yep.
Yep.
Was my favorite.
They had donuts earlier today as well. We're just living life on the edge, you know, no rules. It's fine. Gotta fold the laundry. Hunter gets into the basket and then he spreads everything all over the place. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to clean while they're eating, and then maybe after they go down for quiet time, when I'm editing a video, I will have a little bite to eat. So, what do you think, guys?
It's good.
It's good?
It's good. Mommy, I just took a bite and it was yummy.
Good. Okay, sit down. Philip, what are you doing?
Getting my water.
Okay. We always keep water at their beds overnight, so. You want water? Yeah. You want some water? Can you say water? Can you say water? Oh, there goes the plow. Thanks, plow.
Time to plow.
Okay, so I just want to sit down and talk with you guys a little bit. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am going to tell you some of the things that I do to help manage my anxiety, not medication, but other things. I have nothing against medication. I just try as hard as I can to not put anything into my body that doesn't need to be there. So that being said, I'm going to backtrack a little bit to kind of tell you a little story. I always struggled with focusing and I mentioned in my last video that I have ADD. I did testing in high school to figure that out, and what they discovered from my testing, I think it took like 3 days. I don't know how things are done now, but I had to try to fill out all these little boxes and all that sort of stuff, and it took like 3 days, probably like 3 hours total. And what they had decided was that based on my answers, I had anxiety and I also had ADD. Now, they didn't know how to go about treating it because they didn't know which came first. So am I anxious because I can't focus, or can I not focus because I'm anxious? And like if you're anxious, you need something to kind of calm you down. If you can't focus, you need something to kind of make you sharp, make you a little bit more alert. Caffeine works for that, a bunch of things that are more stimulants can work for ADD. So it's like they're two opposite treatments most of the time. So I had made it to, I think it was my junior year in high school, and I was getting really good grades. I had to work so hard for them, but I did it and I managed and I was okay. So at that time I decided, why don't we just leave things the way they are? Now I know what's going on. Now I can figure out other ways to try to treat them. Flash forward, having kids and everything made me feel the side effects of those two illnesses, I guess you'd say, a little bit more. And so I did try to go on medication at one point because I felt like the lack of focus was affecting my everyday life. So I tried Wellbutrin. I don't remember how many milligrams it was, but I tried Wellbutrin and I felt pretty good. And then after having it in my system, I think I had it in my system for like a month and a half, and I started to notice that I couldn't sleep. I'd wake up at 3 in the morning and think like, I think I'll just go for a run for a few miles. And I didn't think anything of that until like the next day. I'd be like, that's weird. So I decided to take myself off of the Wellbutrin because it just was not working for me. It was just too much stimulation. I was accomplishing things and I felt like I could focus, but I did start to feel really tired, and like the anxiety was starting to build. So I took myself off of that, and it was I kind of took it as like a sign from God, because one of my other videos I mentioned that we had our vehicle stolen from us, and all the contents as well, which were my medication was actually in that vehicle. So I was already contemplating stopping the medication, and then the medication was taken from me. So I was just kind of like, all right, I'm not going to call. We have too much going on right now. I was debating whether I should stop anyway. So I stopped. And over the years, I've contemplated going on again, but maybe something else. I know that they can kind of customize what you're taking, how many milligrams, when you take it, just doing a different medication altogether. So I'm not opposed to medication. I just, like I said, I try to handle things on my own, because a lot of the times I've noticed if I'm going through something that I don't even know that I'm struggling with, my anxiety will go up. Or if I'm just booking myself too intensely, then my anxiety will go up. And my ADD will go up rather. So that being said, I've tried to develop certain tricks and tips for myself that work throughout daily life, and I'll share some of those with you. The first is very new to me, and I'm hoping that it'll work pretty well. I found these gummies, Goodbye Stress gummies, oh, the light's really bad, sorry. There we go. Goodbye Stress gummies, and they have, I'm gonna butcher the terms here, okay? The ingredients. It has GABA, which is, I actually looked this up, and typically it works within like a half an hour or so. And essentially it's supposed to support like a relaxed state of mind. It's an all-natural thing. Same thing with l-theanine. It's something that works with GABA as a partner. It can be taken separately, but when the two are put together, you experience a more dramatic effect of lower stress levels, but the ability to focus and not to be drowsy. And it also has lemon balm, which lemon, I think we all know, has long been known to produce calming effects or energized, happy effects. That's why a lot of like dish soaps for your kitchen are lemon, because it's like a happy, energized smell. So it has lemon balm in it as well. So today's the second day that I've taken these gummies, and you're supposed to take 2 as needed. I just take 2 per day. I was feeling yesterday like I had a coffee in my system, just felt like a little extra. So I took 2 in the afternoon, and then this morning when I woke up, I had a good amount of anxiety, so I took 2 this morning. I feel like so far I've noticed very minimal results. Like I've felt a little bit better, but it's been for like a little burst. I don't know how long it's supposed to last for, but I'm hopeful that it'll, be something that I can go to every now and again. That being said, about feeling like there's caffeine in my system, another one of my tips and tricks is like, I don't do caffeine. I think the most caffeine I do is a decaf coffee or a chai tea, which the chai tea has black tea, which does have caffeine, but tea is known to have more of a slow release of caffeine. So people that usually can't handle coffees or espresso can handle tea pretty well, and they don't feel like this quick burst of energy and then the racing of the heart and then the crash. Usually people that drink tea can, experience like just a very stable amount of energy. So that is something that has also helped me with my ADD. So like I said earlier, a stimulant is good for focusing. So if I am having trouble focusing, then sometimes I will do a tea. I don't want to like give myself like a Red Bull or something and be like, wow, So I will do a tea and like wait for the results to kind of like slowly work into my system, and then I'll do my, whatever I have going on, whatever paperwork or editing or taxes or whatever is going on. That helps. So it's all a matter of like finding that balance. Like, do I feel anxious or do I feel distracted? And trying to like, go back and forth. And it's hard. It is really hard. It's very frustrating. I've wound up in tears many times. But again, there are things that can be done, and it's not something that we should feel discouraged about when we struggle with these issues. It's good to feel discouraged because that means you're human, but like we don't need to live a life of discouragement. So limiting caffeine, trying the natural herbs and different things that the earth has to offer. And then another thing that I've found has really, really helped with my anxiety is making sure that I get a solid 8 hours of sleep. I know that's not always easy for a lot of people between work schedules or family life. But like I said, this morning I woke up early with the kids after being up late last night for the Super Bowl. And let me tell you, I felt so anxious, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what do I have going on today that, am I dreading something? Like, what's going on? And I think it honestly is just because I'm sleep deprived, and I get like this when I'm sleep deprived. So I try to go to bed around like 9:30. 9:30 is like a good spot, and I'll wake up like around like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and like that's a really good span. Now granted, the kids will wake me up sometimes with growing pains or a cough or what have you, but that's the goal. That's what I try to set out to do. Another thing, this is a really bad habit of mine that I'm only hurting myself. Sugar. So sugar before bed gives me anxiety the next day. I think it falls into the whole like stimulant kind of category. I'm not really sure the science on this one, but I've noticed if I have had sugar multiple nights in a row, because I'm a night snacker, I try not to be, actually, that's a lie. I've kind of given up on it because I'll try to eat so good all day long. And if my pants are starting to feel loose and I'm working out, then I'll have sugar and I don't care. But as far as my ADD goes and my anxiety goes, sugar's probably not anything that should be in my diet. It really shouldn't. So like at night, I'll put the kids down, hang out with hubby for a little bit, and then I'll go into the bedroom and watch a few YouTube videos or, you know, something that like kind of is just mindless. And when I do that, I usually have a snack that involves sugar. And I have noticed a correlation with obviously acne and anxiety the next day. And I think my body's just like kicking it back. Like, what's going on? This isn't healthy. So those are some things that have helped me a lot too. And of course, you know, I've laid it out all for you before. Like, I am a Christian. I'm a believer in Christ. So I would not be a good one if I did not mention that I do find great peace in, you know, listening to some like worship music, calming everything around me and just like saying a prayer and just meditating and trying to, you know, just breathe and remember that God's got me. And my sister actually gave me, she said she got a duplicate of this devotional. And typically I don't like devotionals because I feel almost more anxious on them because I'm a goal setter, and if I don't do the goals, I feel bad about myself. So like I have the Bible app, and I used to do all sorts of like programs. Like it'll say, oh, this 5-day reading program on stress, this 10-day reading program on the meaning of Christmas, on this, on that. And I would say, okay, start plan. And then the alert would go off each day and I'd be like, I'm too busy, I can't do that, you know. So I don't typically love devotionals. I feel like as long as you're spending time with God in some way, like that is going to build your relationship with Him. So anyway, long story short, I have this devotional from my sister Carrie. She was in one of my last videos, the yoga challenge. And it's just really good because it'll have, you know, it has the dates. So it'll have like the date, and then it'll have the passage, and then it'll have like a pastor or someone that knows a bit more than I do about the scriptures, and it'll just like have a little story or interpretation of what that particular verse means. I'm losing light. Hold on. Okay, I have no idea how long I was rambling in the dark for, so sorry. I am sure I'll figure it out when I'm editing this video. But yes, so this right here, I'll see if I can find this and link it below, as well as the gummies and anything else that I've mentioned that's applicable. But I think that about covers it. I just wanted to share with you all like my struggles. It's not easy being an anxious person, and then when you get anxious and you can't focus on what you need to do, it just like increases the anxiety. And then you throw life in there, you know, just random curveballs that, you know, an unexpected bill in the mail, or an injury with your kid falling off their bunk bed, or, you know, whatever. And it's just like, you know, I just felt like I needed to make this video because I feel like people need to know that they're not alone, and we all need to help each other and support one another and be understanding. And I hope that these different tips and tricks are useful to you, or maybe you can drop some of yours in the comments below, because chances are if you clicked on this, like, you probably are very curious about how to manage certain things that you're going through as well. I am going to end this here, but I really just wanted to reach out and give a little bit of 2 cents and just communicate what's been going on. I mean, there's definitely a lot going on up here, and I just, I feel like I wouldn't be transparent or honest if I acted like it wasn't hard sometimes to do the day-to-day. So that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it's a beautiful one, and I will talk to you in a few days. I hope that you're liking the fact that I'm posting a few more videos than normal. I am having fun with it. So like, subscribe, share with a friend, turn on your notifications. Oh, I have quite a few clients in a certain age bracket that I feel don't understand that when you subscribe on YouTube, you are not being charged for anything. It is not like a subscription to a magazine or a cable program or anything like that. It's literally just letting YouTube know that you like what you see from me, and down the road it could benefit me. So subscribe, please, please. Anywho, I'm gonna go take care of some stuff. I'm a little spastic today, so sorry. This is what you get. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.